Hey friends, how's it going? I'm Jake, the owner of Caribou Yoda. We make interior accessories for these vintage Toyota trucks. I'm out here in the beautiful Mojave Desert showing off one of our cup holders that we think makes a perfect addition for your 84 to 88 Toyota pickup. So we're gonna go over a couple of things today. What is the purpose of this product? What does it solve? Who's it for? And just a little bit more about the development process. I've been making and selling cup holders for Toyotas for close to about 5 years now, started back in 2019. And if you're familiar with the cup holders in the Toyota community, you've probably heard or seen some of the stuff that we've produced. And yeah, let's get right into it. Before getting into the cup holder itself, let's talk about what this replaces. So the 84 to 88 Toyota trucks and 4Runners have this ashtray that fits right above the radio and below the climate control assembly. And all 84 to 88 Toyota trucks and 4Runners, as well as the 84 to 1997 Hilux Raider trucks in South Africa, they all use and have the same ashtray. And that's what this guy looks like right here. Very similar to how most sliding ashtrays from this era are, just a really simple friction fit, and it pulls out. And back in the day, when we first started making and selling cup holders, we had a stationary option that was just a single. It didn't slide in. It was still a really great product, really low cost, and it was a great upgrade to your rig. Later, we came out with our double cup holder that we still sell. We have pre-orders open for those on the website now, but we just felt that there was something missing. And cup holders in these trucks are plentiful. There's a lot of options out there. We were the first company to make a direct fit cup holder that fits all of these trucks, but there are some options that fit on the side of the shifter bezel. There's some options that bolt to the floor on this shifter boot retainer plate. And those are all great options. And one of the nice things about having so many different people out there making stuff for these is that there's something really, truly for everybody. And I think that this sliding ashtray cup holder really kind of bridges that gap and produces the best cup holder option for most people. And before we throw this in the truck and give you a look and a little bit of a demonstration, I want to go ahead and show you what you can expect when you get the box in the mail. So this is what your box is going to look like. Up top, we got our slide stop for the cup holder. I'll explain that in a minute. Got our instructions as well as the cup holder unit itself. And this is what you are going to receive. This is fully assembled and ready to go. And this is what it looks like with this front pull handle and cup rest removed. So the base of this cup holder is a piece of machined aluminum. These are all machined out of billet, and it's 6061. It's a really good alloy that probably one of the most popular alloys for produced parts like this or other automotive things. The nice thing about using aluminum is there's not really any surface, prep that you have to do to prevent from corrosion, but this nice tumbled finish really, really looks good and feels great in the truck. So all of your edges are going to be nice and smooth. So nothing to cut yourself on. The other part of the cup holder is this cup rest. Let's go ahead and put that guy down. And this is made out of laser cut and press brake bent steel. And you can see mine's a little bit worn down. This guy's got about 2.5, 3 years on her. And my powder coating job when I first started doing these wasn't that great. So you can see my powder coat likes to wear off, but the stuff I pay for is, of course, much better. But taking a look at that, that's really all there is to it. A cup rest on the bottom that holds your cans, and a handle so it looks like the ashtray when it's installed in the truck. As far as hole size goes, this is a 3-inch hole, and of course, in order to get that 3 inches, you have to pop this guy down, but that gets you a nice handle cut out for mugs and whatnot. How does this do holding cans? It does really, really great. Your smaller Red Bull cans, they are going to move a little bit side to side, and that's just due to the nature of what this is. But your larger cans, your tall boys, your energy drink cans, they fit really, really good in here. And that was the main goal, was looking at what are people most likely to use in this cup holder and making it work best with that. So here's this factory ashtray retainer for these trucks. And you can see on the back, I've got that little metal flange cut off. Really, really easy to do with a cutoff wheel or a hacksaw. I would recommend against using something like aviation snips just because, you know, they can deform the metal. But that's what you need to do. That's the only modifications required. There's no way to tell when this is in the dash. The only reason that bent flange is on there is to kind of seal the ashtray off, you know, so when it's in the dash and maybe there's a cigarette butt or something in there, that it doesn't end up, you know, catching on fire. But again, like I said, it makes no changes to the truck in terms of functionality. It's just a small modification that's not even required to use the cup holder. Something important to note, these guys, these plastic bushings, over time I've seen on some of these that they're missing, or the spring arm right here. It's vitally important that both of these items are present on your ashtray retainer in order to use this cup holder. It relies on this guy right here, riding in this channel to help provide the right amount of give, and also keeping the cup holder from wobbling around. And same with these springs. So these springs will ride in these channels, and you want to make sure those guys are present. You also just want to make sure this thing isn't dirty. Over time, these things just get super, super gross just from, well, all the butts that have been in there. A little bit of a fun fact, I used to do all of the machining for these by myself in my garage with my mini mill. I have these parts produced for me just for the scale that I do this, and having to do all of these on hundreds of these was quite a lot of work. Simple change in the file, and now we have that done for us. But that is what engages and interacts with that. Back in the truck with the cup holder installed, this is what it looks like in its full deployed position. We get a lot of questions about shifter contact because it is kind of a reasonable question. You know, it does seem like there wouldn't be enough space for a cup holder. And here we are in third gear, first gear, and if the camera will focus, up there in fifth. So there's no issues with the product contacting the shifter. However, this is a truck that's set up in a stock configuration in terms of the transmission is the stock transmission for this truck. There's no body lift, and the shifter bushings themselves are in decent condition. Those three things are very important to keep this cup holder functional, because if you swap your transmissions and your transmissions maybe moved a little bit forward, or your shifter setup is not factory, there is a possibility that your shifter geometry in terms of how far the shifter goes forwards is going to be further than it would stock. So that's why we don't recommend this cup holder if you've got a body lift, especially, as that moves the pivot point of the shifter down, which effectively changes the geometry, allowing the shifter to go further forward. So if you bend the pivot where the shifter is, that can be alleviated. Another option is a short throw shifter if you've got a body lift. We definitely recommend replacing your shifter bushings. Marlin Crawler makes a really, really good Delrin set. That's what I've got in this truck, and it's nice and crisp. But that's pretty much it in terms of compatibility. But when the cup holder is slid in, it looks nearly indistinguishable from the ashtray. And that was the main goal when designing this cup holder, is giving you a cup holder that's there when you want it, but gone and out of the way when you don't. Can compatibility is a really important thing. This is, I guess, what some would consider a tall boy can. Your 22-ounce can. Fits in there great. Doesn't block the air vent, so you still get air vent flow. We've got another somewhat common size cup here, and that's a large. And again, no shifter contact. Works really good with coffee mugs as well. And this 3-inch hole holds a pretty good variety of drink cups and sizes. Your larger hydro flasks or Nalgene water bottles that are over 3 inches obviously aren't going to fit. So definitely, if you've got your favorite cup that you like using, make sure that it's within that 3 inches to get the full compatibility. But yeah, so we just wanted to go ahead and show this cup holder and give a little bit of an overview of what it is. This is a really, really good option if you want to give your truck the convenience of a cup holder, but also want to maintain that factory interior look. And it really does bridge the gap perfectly. So we've got these on the website right now. They retail for $84.99. You can find them at Caribou Yoda www.bigcartel.com. We've got the website there. You can also find these on yodamasters.com. They are a distributor of our products as well. Make sure to check out the website for everything else that we make. We've got more phone mounts coming soon. This is our direct fit magnetic phone mount that gives you the ability to mount our bent bracket and magnet assembly so you can have a phone mount in here. We've got our MOLLE panels right there as well, which are a really good upgrade if you want to add like a firearm holster, or, you know, something like a sheath to hold a pocket knife or a Leatherman or whatnot. And that fits direct fit as well, so there's no modifications to any factory components. I've got some of those in here, and they are great. This radio is an 80s Modern Tech, is the name of the guy's page that sells these. These are a really, really good upgrade for these trucks. It's got Bluetooth and USB as well as SD card support. And it looks somewhat factory. It looks like the tape deck I pulled out of here. So go ahead and check out the website and look at some of those other products that I mentioned. Have a good one, friends, and make sure to subscribe and like for more future videos.